John's got a bone to pick about Juji's pooch.
The dog and I have a history. The dog has attacked me.
What kind of a man would be intimidated by a 5-pound Yorkshire Terrier?
But she had a blind date, and he was fine with her canine.
My dog loved his dog Dakota and loved him.
Meanwhile, John's tongue was wagging over his blind date.
I was really just having a hard time getting my focus off of those lips.
Will they still be rovers?
Such a dog.
Or have a change of heart?
For today. Now, these guys, they met at the mall. Now, listen to this. This is where he used that old, do you think my mom will like this sweater routine? Well, it worked because he got her opinion and her phone number, and, well, his mom got a sweater, too. Now, for the past 5 months, they've moved from showing each other sweaters to a sexier game of show and tell. Please welcome Juji Johnson and John Hensley. Welcome to the show. Juji, let me start with you. Juji, tell me the 2 qualities that most impress you about John.
The first one, he's a mentor to high school students, and I think that's so admirable because he really tries to keep them on the right track. And he also writes poetry, beautiful poem that he wrote that it's framed in my bedroom.
Very nice. Nice qualities, absolutely. And John, what about Juji? Why is she your main squeeze?
Well, there's a few reasons. I guess the most obvious is just she's so good looking and, I never have to worry about the way she carries herself. I can take her anywhere. Her social graces are off the scale, and I just never have to worry about how she's going to carry herself.
She puts herself together well. Now, Juji, that all sounds nice, but tell me how John makes you feel most often in the relationship.
Hate to say it, but like a booty call.
Oh, yeah?
He is just like, it's ridiculous.
Wait a
He
minute,
never
hold
makes
on.
any plans.
No, hold on, look, check it out.
No, your telephone is always on his ear. He gets pagers constantly.
Look,
He's going
man,
off.
I'm
He won't let me look at the phone number.
Because you don't know who it might be.
I don't even know the phone number of his cell
Juji
phone.
has never,
That's
ever been a booty
insane.
call to me. It's just a situation where sometimes I'm really, really busy, and the only time I have an opportunity to see my girlfriend is at night. Sometimes it's late.
But
You know, it's better than not seeing her at all.
You don't make any plans. He just calls me at 10 o'clock or something.
Now, Juji, on those rare moments that he does take you out, how happy are you with the plans that he makes?
I am so unhappy. First of all, I am just tired of his cheese butter and like...
Cheese butter?
No, you are your like peanut butter and jelly budget. It is horrible. He takes me, no. He takes me to buffets, and last week, I swear, we went to one restaurant and he tried to use 2 coupons for the same restaurant.
I understand that part, but Juji, what are you usually used to, though?
I'm used to a man that treats me like a goddess, a princess that I am.
She is my princess. You are my princess.
Let me tell you, but going back to the buffet, when we go out to eat, he never dresses like this. This is the most I've ever seen him dressed up in 5 months.
So he's a slob at a buffet.
He wears
All right,
baggy
John,
shorts and t-shirts, hats.
John, I understand she has a dog that she's really, into.
I love my dog.
Of course you do. Who doesn't? And John, how do you feel about it?
She's got this little dog named Joshua, and
It's a Yorkshire Terrier.
sometimes I just want to drop kick this thing.
Oh, no.
It's a little rat, man. It's just,
Okay, wait a minute.
That's her little thing.
It barks at me all day long. Anytime I come in the house.
Time out. What kind of a man would be intimidated by a 5-pound Yorkshire Terrier? Okay? What is up with that?
All right, well, let's go from the dog now. Juji, let's talk about the two of you as far as issues go. How about communication skills in the relationship?
John needs to learn how to speak proper English.
I communicate.
No,
Well, he doesn't get it, or is he like in a hip-hop video?
My mother is an English teacher. We got on the phone with my mother.
Her
'cause I
mother
wanted to-
loves me, by the way.
No, I wanted to
Doesn't
introduce
have
it
much
to
of a
him.
problem with
he
it.
says, hey, what's up? You cool?
Did not go down like that.
She's an English teacher, and he's talking to my mother that way. I was
All right,
so embarrassed.
John, what about for you? What causes the most friction in your relationship that Juji instigates?
Well, she kisses my mom's ass way too much.
Is that a bad thing, though?
Look, they didn't even meet until like a little while ago. Now they're all of a sudden they're doing lunch and stuff. And she's using my mom like when we have little confrontations. My mom's taking her side.
We have gone out for 5 months, and I had not met his mother. 5 months. That's insane.
It just worked out
and
that
then
way.
his mother loves me. You live at home with your mother. What do you mean it just worked out?
It just worked out that way. Great. Now, Juji, why did you think this was a good time to put the relationship to the test?
Oh, well, we are just the odd couple. We are so opposite. And I'm really used to men that treat me like a princess, and I want to make sure that I'm going to be invested in this because I'm not sure if...
That's important, and of course, somebody that your dog might like. I'm sure that's also important.
That's really important. I love my dog.
All right, and John, what about you? Why come on the show?
You know what? I was really looking forward to a situation where I could be single for a night without leaving my girlfriend.
Now, John, I understand that you taught your date a few words in Spanish. Is that true?
A couple.
And what were they?
Well, we were having dinner and I taught her how to say dame un beso.
Which, of course, means...
Give me a kiss.
Oh, okay. Well, did she? We're going to find out next, so please stay tuned. Juji and John. Now, John asked for a woman who was as sexy as Tyra Banks. Well, Tyra was a little busy, but the woman that we sent him up with has something in common with Ms. Banks. She has assets that Victoria would not want to keep secret. So please give it up for Algeria Enoch. Algeria, nice to see you. You know John? Welcome to the show. Algeria, tell me what arrangements that you made with John for your date.
Well, we both made the arrangements to meet him at his house at a specific time.
Wait. You met him at his house? Did
Yes.
you meet his parents?
I met his dad.
Okay,
Met
I've
his
been going
dad.
with him
It
for
worked.
5 months.
It
and
just,
you
I
don't-
told you, it just
What-
worked out that way. Like, you
I
know.
pick you up
Yeah,
all the
Juji,
time.
5
What are you
months,
talking
her
about?
5 minutes, and boom, she already met the
There you
family.
go.
I met his dad. John wasn't ready, so I got acquainted with his dad for about
He's
20
always
minutes.
late.
And John, what about Pops, man? Does he have the same taste in women as you?
Well, apparently so, because he thought she was very attractive, and I had to agree with him.
So Dad was just enjoying his moment.
Definitely.
Now, Algeria, what about John? Was he more to your liking?
Yes, absolutely. Very handsome. Skin complexion, bald head, you know. He was just all ready for me.
So that's good.
Yes.
What do you mean he's all ready for you? Like what?
He looks good.
Anyway.
John, I understand you guys started with some one-on-one time together. Describe the conversation for us.
Oh, then the conversation was off the hook. I mean, we delved into areas really quickly. I mean, within no time, we were talking about metaphysics and spirituality.
Wait. You only talk to me about sports.
Within a couple hours of
I don't even
meeting
like.
this woman, I mean, she cried in front of me, you know.
She was in tears?
She shed a tear.
And how did that make you feel that she actually got all teary?
You know, at that point, I was unreasonably attracted to her.
So is that you like weak
It's very
women?
real.
Is that
It's a
what it
very
is?
real
You want,
moment.
You want weak women? You don't want anybody that's
No,
a...
it's not that I'm weak.
That's
it's just
a sign
I'm
of
very in
strength.
tune with myself. You know?
Now, Algeria, so you got a little weepy, a little teary-eyed. How did he dry your tears?
He said he had a surprise for me, which was a gondola.
A gondola? So you got into the boat?
Yes.
You took her on a gondola ride?
Yeah.
And John, was she kind of excited about that idea?
You know what? I put a lot of planning into that, and I was really excited about it. But when we got there, she was like...
You never planned anything with me. I can't believe you.
She was intimidated for some reason. I couldn't figure it out. I was all excited, and she just wasn't fired up about it. Couldn't figure out
So,
what it was.
Algeria, here you were going to do something really romantic. Well, why was that a problem?
I was nervous because I don't know how to swim. But John assured me that because I was with him, I was okay.
He was going to save you.
He
It's a
doesn't
little
know
boat.
how to swim either. You would have been in really bad
Don't tell her that now.
Well, you know,
So,
we still
John,
know
you
how to
finally
swim.
get settled into the boat. Okay, you guys are going to take the little cruise. What was going through your mind?
Well, as soon as I got on the boat, I was really just having a hard time getting my focus off of those lips. I was definitely in scam mode. I was going for full romance.
You are such a dog. You are such a dog. I can't even believe you. First it was her mind, now it's her lips within, 20 seconds?
And Algeria,
She got it.
did John fill your lips?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he did.
He did?
The gentleman who
Okay,
was
all I have
escorting.
to say about that is that's not the kind of woman you'd want to take home to meet your mother. And his mother
it has
loves
nothing
me.
to do with
His
it.
mother loves me.
I loved his lips and I loved him as a person. I felt comfortable with
You
giving
don't
him a
even
kiss.
know him. That was your
It's
first
okay,
date.
though.
Every
I
time
felt
you go under a
comfortable.
bridge on the gondola, you're supposed to kiss. It's
It's the
tradition.
custom.
Yes, it was
Right,
tradition.
exactly. That's custom.
It's a custom when you're
All right, now
in
that's the
this
custom
Italy.
while you're on the gondola. What about after you were off of it? Any kissing?
After we went to a restaurant, a nice Italian restaurant, and where we, he taught me how to kiss.
He
in
didn't
French.
use a coupon?
And no, we were far away from using a coupon.
But you learned how to kiss in French?
Yes, we learned how. He taught me how to say "kiss me" in French, and so
I
I
see.
said it, and he kissed me.
We did Spanish, we did French.
Now, speaking of coupons, though, did he take you somewhere that he had to use a coupon?
No,
No,
not
nowhere at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
We went to a very nice place, as a matter of fact. They
nice.
sang opera to us while we were eating. It was
So very upstairs.
For someone who doesn't even want to leave Culver City, how did you get all of this culture all of a sudden?
And he knew he was going to go out with the beautiful, nice, classy woman.
Now, the man had the plan that night. Now, Algeria, let me ask you, at this point, where did you think he wanted this date to actually go?
The bedroom, you know.
You could feel that?
I have to be honest.
How did you know?
At the dinner table, he wrote some really, really erotic poetry. And said that he wanted to make love to me.
Oh, well, that's an obvious hint, I guess.
Yes.
It was a poem.
On your first date?
Yes.
John, you were being very suggestive, obviously, about wanting to head to the bedroom. Did you make it?
You know, actually, I don't know. No. You know, in the middle of dinner, something happened. You know, suddenly she did kind of a 180 on me and just changed her whole tack. I couldn't figure out what it was at first, and I just assumed that maybe she just was afraid that I was going to talk about it on TV, or maybe she was starting to like me and wanted to just slow down. Things were getting kind of...
Now, Algeria, is that maybe why you held back? You thought it was going to be talked about here?
No, not at all. It's because I'm a nice girl, and you know, it was our first date, and it's been a while since I've had real strong emotions for someone who's attractive as he is. I just wanted to take my time.
So you held back then. All right. Now, coming up, was Juji's dog all bark and no bite to her date? We're going to find out when we come back, so please stay tuned. We're going to hear how Juji fared on her date. Juji believes that dogs are a really good judge of character, and according to her dog, Joshua, John doesn't have any. But she says, rather than growling at her date, Joshua positively purred, so let's all give a welcome bark to Aaron Genero. Hey, Aaron. Good to see you, man. How are you? You know Juji? Have a seat. We gotta cut you some slack a little bit because you got a laryngitis problem. But tell us, did you get a chance to meet Juji's dog?
Yeah, I met Joshua, and she met my dog, Dakota. We all went to the dog park. The dog liked me. We got along.
My dog loves him.
So the dog took a liking to you, unlike the way the dog is with John.
Because he wasn't feeling threatened, you know? I come walking in the room, the dog knows, you know, there's stuff going on.
Now, Juji, what about your first impression of him on the phone when you were talking?
Well, my first impression was not good because he called at 12:30 at night. And I thought that's really late. And he also had monotone
Sounds like a booty call to me. What's the cutoff, 11:30?
Excuse me.
Isn't it 11:30, booty call?
Anyway, and so I didn't think he was excited, and I thought, oh, he's going to be just like John. So I wasn't excited about that.
So that wouldn't be good. Now, what about once you met him? Did you still think the date was going to not be too good?
Once I met him, he was an Adonis wearing a suit. He looked beautiful.
Just what every woman should want, a beautiful man.
Who's John all scrubs when he's out with you?
This is the best I've seen him look in 5 months. John doesn't even own a suit, and he looked wonderful.
So, Juji, besides the suit, would you say Aaron was sophisticated?
Oh, completely. I mean, he was intelligent. He's majoring in English, and my mother's an English teacher, so we talk a lot about different authors. He's also going to law school. He was amazing. He's lived out of the country. He was so intelligent, and
Wait, let me ask Algeria. We heard Juji complaining about John's language. What about when you guys were hanging out, when he talked to you?
He used a little bit of, you know, kind of a slang with me.
Little street talk.
But then he started mirroring me.
Look, man, I can speak. It's a non-issue, okay? I communicate quite well.
He started mirroring me, and so the conversation just flowed the rest of the night.
All right, Aaron, speaking of John, did he come up in the conversation while you were with Juji?
Yeah, he did a couple times. The weird thing was the cell phone pager thing. I don't know if he's trying to be a player. He's been dating this girl.
Look, man, I've been committed to my girl. A player has a connotation where I'm seeing other folks. That's not the issue.
5 months, and I still don't have her cell phone number.
Yeah, what's up with that? 5 months and I don't have your cell phone
That's
number.
a business number.
That's ridiculous. He has no pager, no cell phone number. When I called him, he did answer the phone, and he has the most beautiful and romantic music on his answering machine.
Well, what about this, Juji? We know the dog park was part of his plan on the date. What about, was the buffet also in the works?
Oh, not at all. He had taken me to a beautiful restaurant, a museum actually that has a restaurant attached to it, and he is a connoisseur of fine wines. He said, order anything you want. We had appetizers, entrees, we had dessert. Unlike John, who only orders one one thing, and then sometimes he wants to split it.
You know, you got to just see how that works out. It was a first date, you know. Give the brother some credit, but...
No, this was a really great date.
That's game. That's game.
No, it's not. He knew exactly how to treat me, and he treated me like a princess.
Now, what, Juji, we heard that John had some really deep, intimate conversation on his date. What about yours with Aaron? Was it equally?
All I have to say is about 2.5 hours into the date, he told me about his mother and that he wants me to meet his mother. 2.5 hours,
Unlike 5 months when you didn't meet them.
Exactly, and he talked about marriage, and he talked about
I got to give it to him. He's got game.
Oh,
He's got game.
He told me he believes in marriage.
I've heard all that. I've ran them.
He believes in marriage, unlike you, and he also wants children and has the names picked out for his children. Now, that is a deep man.
So he's thinking ahead.
Right, he's thinking ahead of his future.
Juji, what else did you guys have in common?
Oh, please. This is what a real man does.
Juji, what else did you guys have in common?
Wait a minute. Is that to intimate that I'm not a real man?
We had so much in common. We had so much in common. First of all, we both sleep with our dogs. And my dog loved his dog, Dakota, and loved him. And we both lived out of the country. I lived in France and England, and he lived in Australia. We were both well-traveled. I mean, he's amazing.
So there was a lot of things going on there. Aaron, you wanted her to meet your mom, so that was good. Anybody else you wanted to introduce her to?
Yeah, actually, I introduced her to my best friend, Scott. We had a little champagne. We watched the sun go down. She got to know a little more about me.
You know what? That is a good sign that a man is not used to dating beautiful women when he has to take her to meet his friend as soon as he gets with one. You know what I'm saying?
Time out.
Look what I got. Check me out.
First of all, all your friends are like knucklehead sports fanatics.
So this was a little bit different for you.
I'm not just a sportsman.
Wonderful friends. They were so nice, and what I liked about your friends is that they really wanted me to like him.
Now, Juji, let me ask you this, because it sounds like he was pretty much a prince. Anything, though, that was less than charming in your date?
Oh, there is one little tiny thing, and that is that he also is a semi-pro volleyball player, and he did tell me at the date that he may be going on the circuit again, which means that he's leaving the United States and going to Europe. And I don't know if I want to put
how does that affect you, though?
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know if I want to put my heart and my feelings into somebody that may be leaving the country.
Well, you just never know, right? Now, so, Juji, how did the date end, and how did you guys say goodbye?
He looked at me deeply in my eyes, and he gave me a kiss on the cheek. He was a perfect gentleman. And I have to say...
That's not a perfect gentleman. That is not a perfect gentleman. That's a wuss.
No.
Straight up.
John has a whole different interpretation. But let me ask Aaron, why the cheek and not the lips?
Well, she's classy. I mean, she's been around the world. She's educated. She's beautiful. You know, she's the kind of girl you want to have a future with. You don't just...
But a real man would go for his at the end of the night.
Yeah, he didn't want to risk it, I guess.
She doesn't mean that you're,
All right, will John and Juji still be the odd couple, or will one of them be the odd man out? Their decision is next, so please stay tuned. Because Juji's used to the finer things in life, and she needed to know if she should sacrifice her taste in expensive clothes and meals or her taste in men. And John wanted to be single without having to break up to do it. So they both had, though, to figure out what to do about that darn dog. So here we go. John, we're going to get your decision first. 5 months, pretty good time to have invested in a relationship, obviously. There are some problems. We set you up with Algeria. You guys had a strong connection. You had some bedroom thoughts that were going on there at the end of the date. John, what do you say?
Well, going out with Algeria definitely highlighted some of the differences that Juji and I share, and I've had a change of heart.
Change of heart. Algeria, that worked for you? She says, yes, it does. All right, let's get Juji's decision. Now, you were really worried about the differences in the background. So with the two of you, we sent you out with Aaron. Your dog liked him right off the bat. That wasn't a problem. You guys had a lot in common, maybe more your speed. What do you say?
I say we had a delicious meal, and Aaron has a lot of the qualities that I'm looking for in a man. And I realize that you cannot change a person, but you can change your mind.
Called yourself the odd couple, so this is probably best for the two of you. 2 whole new relationships starting here. That is our show for today. Good luck to Aaron and Juji, and also to John and Algeria. We'll see you next time on Change of Heart.